What's up, my little title toes? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Kourtney Kardashian, you should be singing, I'm walking on sunshine. Wow. And don't it feel good? Hey, listen, Kourtney just purchased a $14.5 million house with Travis. They are combining houses now. Before y'all be like, what? They never lived together? They lived down the block. All the kids had their own houses and they were always over each other's house. You know, those two were separated in stone. So this is good. And the thing is, I'm going to explain that Kourtney had a plan for actually combining the families that was very respectful and loving to all the children because she is a child of divorce and she wanted to be sensitive about that. Great. But can we talk about the elephant in the room, which is the win that Kourtney just got? You know, my. The way the winds of change blow. A couple of weeks ago, right? And I'm going to remind y'all, Kourtney had the boohoo thing on Fashion Week and all this stuff, and her family was too good to be seen there. Khloe was busy running, lapping up under Kim. Kim was busy, giving Momo dehydrated realness. Kris was busy looking after her favorite child. It seemed, not even seeing, Kourtney confirmed there was some beef with the family. She was not messing with Kim, and she was barely on good terms with Khloe. And you know, her and Kris always had a complicated relationship. And I remember the inner circle of the Kar-Jenner family, which always revolves around Kim, Kris, and sometimes Kylie when Kylie messes with them, had kind of pushed Kourtney out. When Kourtney's wedding was there, they barely wanted to post any pictures. Seriously, Kris Jenner got more excited about Kim's Dolce & Gabbana collab than she did about her own daughter's wedding. Kim made her wedding, Kourtney's wedding, into a fashion show for herself. But cut to when Kourtney was having her Boohoo collab, and she was super proud of it. And all the sisters looked like they were like, Khloe and Kim was looking at it like it was lowbrow. She didn't want to be the only thing she even did was post on her stories. This is weeks after everybody was like, how come you aren't supporting Kourtney? One of her black trench coat. And that was it. No other pieces from the collection. And it seemed like, wow, they really kicked Kourtney out of heaven. She's not in the inner circle. She's not getting help. She's not getting support. Ooh, Kourtney, I want you to feel this, right? Because Kourtney said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this negative. How much publicity do we need? How much this do we that? No, I just want to, I have enough money. I want to change I want to raise my kids. I want to be laid up under my man. I just want to live a simple life. Well, simple for a millionaire, right? And everybody thought that Kourtney was a loser, made a bad mistake. Now, how things change. Kanye is blowing up the world. Kim is in damage control because she's tightly associated. You can't tell me you were living for 10 years with somebody walking around thinking those type of thoughts and saying those type of things, and you either didn't, one, agree with them, or two, didn't have a problem with it. You can't tell me this is what that man's saying in public, that he wasn't saying that stuff around the house, that y'all weren't sitting up at night talking about those people that he claims gets on his nerves and making anti-everybody comments. I'm sorry, this is why Kim's doing damage control, because nobody buys the hype, right? Nobody buys the hype that you were with somebody for that many years and someone that outspoken. Kanye doesn't hide his feelings. He doesn't hide what he thinks, even when he should. So people are looking at us like, you cannot tell me that you were with somebody for that long and didn't know they held these thoughts and you didn't agree with them. So Kim's doing damage control, meeting with her Jewish friends, talking about her nieces and nephews are Jewish. I know everybody says how when the mom has to be Jewish, but this is what the Kardashians said, so I'm gonna let that slide. Look at Khloe, who was looking up Kim's boots, doing all this stuff. You're now posting, love your neighbor, hate is wrong. You're posting hate, like love your neighbors and anti-hate memes every 2 seconds, because once again, you still don't have the BALLS to take a stand on anything definitively, but two, you wanna make sure that stench doesn't get onto you. The winning team has taken a huge L, but you know who's coming up looking like roses? The person that they shunned, the person they kicked out, the person they didn't want around. Kourtney is living her life. And unlike Khloe, Kim, and Kris, because they kicked her out a long time ago, or tried to shade her and didn't want to be associated with her and didn't support any of her projects, Kourtney's not attached to that Kanye mess. Again, she distanced herself from Kanye, his antics, and all the jewels. Let's get it right. Kanye bought a lot of jewels to the Kardashians. He was on some Django, massa, how's this look, Kris, right? You sitting there talking about Corey Gamble. Kanye, I see Corey Gamble ain't the only Corey Gamble in the family, but Kanye bought that family a lot of jewels. I would say he's responsible for their success. Kourtney always made sure she distanced herself. I think it had to do more with Kim than Kanye, but again, how tables turns. The only person that doesn't have bad press is Kourtney, and the only person not attached to this mess is Kourtney. It's funny how life is. If you stay true to your ethics and morals and what you believe is right, eventually life gives you what you deserve. Kimberly, Kourtney, Khloe, take that as you will. Anyway, let's get into this house news. Kourtney and Travis buy a $14.5 million Santa Barbara beach house after revealing they don't live together. One of their favorite places. After getting engaged and legally married in Santa Barbara, right? They now own a house there. The newlyweds bought a beach house. Conan O'Brien's old beach house. I remember Conan O'Brien when it was like Triumph, the insult dog. Do y'all remember that on Conan O'Brien? I think when he left the network and he went to the new network, they wouldn't let him take Triumph, the insult dog. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'm going to watch some of that when I'm done with this video. Anyway, right? They said the oceanfront property is just 2,100 square feet and 3.5 bathrooms. What is this? Poor people. Sounds like a mansion to me. Anyway, it's a 2-bedroom home and it comes with a 2-bedroom guest house. All right. So this is obviously a vacation house, not their main family house, right? They can now enjoy a soundproof balcony, 2-car garage with Tesla charging station and built-in barbecue. The deck offers a view on the ocean and they can be on the beach in minutes with private stairs down the shore. Now, you know what? I wonder if they're going to turn this into an Airbnb when they're not there. That'd be fun. If anybody rents it, no shame in that. If anybody rents it, lets me know. Kourtney seems like she doesn't have ears and she's like, babe, we're not using it. Airbnb it. It's cool, right? They said their new neighbors are Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who own a house. I have a story about that later. Well, let me know if you want to hear it. Anyway, this is the first time Kourtney and the Blink-182 drummer who tied the knot in May with a courthouse wedding in Santa Barbara, blah, 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 they bought a property together. Again, their relationship is solid. The fact that each child has their own room and they literally live 1 block away from each other and they're always over each other's house. And Kourtney just said that Travis actually built bunk beds for the kids in one of the rooms so they can sleep together. They did all this cool stuff. They have rooms for the kids at each other's houses, so they have sleepovers all the time. But like how Kourtney said, it's very, very hard in divorce and also in remarriage for families to combine. You don't want to rush at anything. They have the rest of their lives together. You want to make sure that every child feels comfortable and every child can do it on their own time. Usually in the real world, and I mean by people working 9 to 5s, you can't give your children that luxury because you guys have to combine so you can like save money for the kids' college fund, for more family vacations, just maybe even to like invest stuff more. Finances make you want to combine houses as quick as possible. But what a dream, in my opinion, it is to give your children the fact that their lives can remain their lives, their patterns can remain their patterns, and they can slowly create new patterns and new traditions with their new family. I love that for them. I love that for them. Listen, the most thing that I actually love more than anything is that Kourtney did the work. She's been in a bunch of dysfunctional relationships before Scott, after Scott. She grew up in a highly dysfunctional family, and there was, of course, TV cameras looking down on her the whole time, which made the dysfunction as an all-time high. Because let's be real, that's how the Kardashians made their money, by being this quirky, weird, sexually inappropriate to each other family, right? That's how they made their money and their claim to fame. Kourtney had, even though she did have the privilege of money, right? She went through a lot to come to this feeling where she's finally found herself, what she believes is important, but more importantly, the truth and the will to live in her truth, regardless of the cost. All right. Now, is Kourtney broke? Hell no. But Kourtney was able to say, I have enough money to raise my kids the way I want to raise them. I found someone that is my partner, that makes life fun, that gives me the feelings I had when I was 16, only now I'm 40 something and I have wisdom and insight. So this peace and happiness he gives me and joy is even sweeter. And there's not a deal, money, clout, social media posts, or any of the other stuff that Kris Jenner and Kim and Khloe believe make their lives go round that she would sacrifice for that. So again, kudos for Kourtney for doing what she thought was right. And you know what? I will say, just like hard work, following your heart, for good or bad, will always give you what you deserve, good or bad. Anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later.